Karen claimed a blocked driveway, but she was parked in theirs and got fined. What happens when a single parking spot ignites a neighborhood war? In the quiet cul-de-sac of Maple Grove, where tidy lawns and friendly waves define daily life, a storm was brewing. Karen Mitchell, the self-proclaimed queen of the block, stood in the middle of the street, her voice shrill as she jabbed a finger at the modest sedan parked in front of her sprawling colonial home. "This is MY driveway," she bellowed, her face flushed with indignation. "You're blocking me in, and I'll have you towed." The neighbors, peering from porches and windows, sensed this wasn't just about a car. It was about Karen, her entitlement, her demands, her relentless need to control everything. The sedan belonged to Elena Torres, a soft-spoken nurse who'd moved in 3 months ago. Elena, exhausted from a double shift, had parked legally on the street, inches from Karen's driveway but not blocking it. Karen, however, saw it differently. She claimed Elena's car prevented her from backing out her oversized SUV, a gleaming monument to her status. She'd already called the police, her phone clutched like a weapon, and was now live-streaming her rant to the neighborhood's Facebook group. "This is an outrage," she declared, pacing. "People think they can just park wherever they want." The post racked up comments, some supportive, most mocking. But nobody dared confront her. Not yet. Elena emerged from her house, still in her scrubs, her eyes weary but calm. She approached Karen, hands raised in a gesture of peace. "Karen, I checked. My car's not blocking your driveway. It's on the street, legal." Karen scoffed, tossing her hair. "Legal? I'll decide what's legal. You're new here, so let me teach you how things work." Elena's jaw tightened, but she held her tongue. The neighbors watched, tension coiling like a spring. Karen's SUV, they noticed, wasn't even in her driveway. It was parked across Elena's driveway, its rear tires crushing Elena's carefully tended flower bed. Petals of her prized marigolds lay scattered, a silent casualty of Karen's carelessness. The truth began to unravel when a new face appeared. Mr. Jenkins, a retired mechanic who'd lived on Maple Grove for decades. Known for his quiet wisdom and meticulous record-keeping, he hobbled out with a Polaroid camera, snapping photos of Karen's SUV. "Interesting," he muttered, loud enough for the crowd to hear. "Karen's complaining about a blocked driveway, but hers is parked in Elena's." A murmur rippled through the neighbors. Karen's face froze, her phone still recording. "That's irrelevant," she snapped. "My car's fine. Hers is the problem." But Mr. Jenkins wasn't done. He pulled out his phone, revealing a time-stamped video from his security camera. It showed Karen deliberately parking her SUV over Elena's driveway that morning, smirking as she did. The crowd's mood shifted. Whispers turned to bold accusations. "You're blocking her driveway, Karen?" called Mrs. Patel, a teacher who'd long tired of Karen's antics. "You crushed her flowers, too?" Karen's eyes darted, her confidence cracking. She tried to pivot, claiming she'd parked there by accident because Elena's car had confused her. But the video was damning, and the neighbors weren't buying it. Elena, still composed, spoke up. "I just want to park in my own driveway, Karen. Why make this a fight?" Her words, simple and honest, cut through Karen's bluster. The live stream comments exploded. "Karen's caught red-handed. Checkmate." The confrontation reached its peak when the police arrived, sirens cutting through the dusk. Officer Daniels, a no-nonsense veteran, stepped out, surveying the scene. Karen rushed to him, pointing at Elena's sedan. "Officer, arrest her. She's blocking my driveway." Daniels raised an eyebrow, then walked to Elena's car, measuring its distance from Karen's driveway. "Ma'am," he said to Karen, "this car's legally parked." He then turned to Karen's SUV, its tires deep in Elena's flower bed, blocking her driveway entirely. "But yours," he said, pulling out a ticket pad, "is illegally parked and damaging property." The crowd gasped, some cheering softly. Karen's face turned crimson. "This is absurd," she shrieked. "Do you know who I am?" Daniels didn't flinch. "I know you're getting a $200 fine for illegal parking and property damage." He handed her the ticket as the tow truck pulled up, its driver already hooking Karen's SUV. The neighbors erupted in applause, a release of months of pent-up frustration. Karen's live stream, still running, captured her humiliation, her SUV being towed, her flowers crushed, her argument dismantled. The wooden mailbox by Elena's driveway, now adorned with a handwritten sign reading "Karen's Parking Drama, Justice Served," stood as a quiet testament to the moment. Karen, defeated, stormed into her house, slamming the door as the crowd dispersed, some laughing, others shaking their heads. But the story didn't end there. The next morning, Elena found a small envelope on her porch. Inside was a handwritten note from Mr. Jenkins. "You handled that with grace. We're lucky to have you here." Tucked inside were marigold seeds, a gesture that brought tears to her eyes. Over the next week, the neighborhood rallied around Elena. Mrs. Patel organized a gardening day to restore her flower bed, and even the kids pitched in, planting new marigolds. Karen, meanwhile, stayed silent, her SUV now parked meekly in her own driveway. The Facebook group buzzed with discussions about accountability, kindness, and the power of community. Elena's quiet strength had turned the tide, proving that dignity could outshine entitlement. In the end, Maple Grove felt different, lighter, more connected. Elena's marigolds bloomed again, brighter than before, a symbol of resilience. Karen's tantrum, once a spectacle, became a lesson. Actions have consequences, and truth has a way of catching up. So what do you think? Was Karen's fine enough? Or should she have faced more for her actions? Share your thoughts, because in a community, every voice matters.